Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, the list is long again. We are talking about 10 things that women think that men look for in a woman, but they actually don't care about any of these. If you guys disagree or agree with any of these, please leave a comment and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Okay, let's get started. Number one, money. He does not care to look for a woman that has a lot of money. And the reason for this is because men are naturally driven to make their own money and their own success. And he wants to be able to provide either way. So what she makes and what she brings to the table as far as money, it just doesn't matter. You know, a little bit more money can be a bonus for sure, and he can definitely see it that way, but it's not something that he's really looking for. Number two, he is not looking for the greatest beauty. Like, she does not have to be the most beautiful girl in the room. He absolutely wants to be attracted to her. He needs to be attracted to her, but he doesn't have this drive to like have the best looking woman on his arm. Like, you don't need as a woman to be the skinniest or have the biggest boobs or the biggest butt or perfectly symmetrical face. It's why guys don't care about extreme makeup or the long nails or the plastic surgeries to get the big boobs or big butt, because he doesn't need that to be attracted to a woman. Oftentimes, men will find that natural beauty to be more attractive because honestly, it's more rare nowadays. Side note on this also is that it doesn't mean that a man is insecure. It's not because he doesn't want a woman that is gaining a lot of attention. It really has nothing to do with that. It's really just that he doesn't need that in particular above many other things. Again, if she is really beautiful, if she's a 10 out of 10, then absolutely that's a bonus. But it's not something that's absolutely like on the top 3 things that he needs from a woman is for her to be the most beautiful in the room. Number 3, a fixer. He just doesn't need her to be able to change the car oil or fix things around the house. Part of this is because he wants to be able to do things for her and for her then to appreciate those things. So it doesn't matter either way to him though, because there's going to be things that he can still find that he can do for her, even if she's pretty self-sufficient. But it just doesn't matter. Like, it's not a turn on to him for her to be able to change the car oil. 4, physical strength. I feel like this is self-explanatory, but I mean, boys, men grow up and they spend their entire life being stronger than women and being kind of that helpful hand. So he just doesn't care if his woman is stronger. Number 5, hobbies. He doesn't really care what hobbies interest her. And I'm going to say that more clearly because women will come after me for how I just said it. He doesn't care what hobbies interest her. And I don't mean this in the way that he doesn't want to know or to learn about those hobbies with the specific woman that he's interested in, because absolutely he does. But what I mean is that he doesn't have like these set hobbies that he wants his woman in particular to be into. You know, like, she doesn't have to be into football like he's into football. If she is, again, that's a bonus. But there's so many other things that he is looking for in a woman that he cares more about, that if he found that woman with all of those top 10 qualities that he's looking for, again, hobbies is just not on the list as much as women think that they are. And of course, with that being said, some common hobbies would be great. And most likely with any person, you're going to find some common hobby, and you can always start new hobbies together. So it's just not something that is on his checklist to begin with. Number 6, her height. He does not care about her height, because if she's a shorty, he'll just see her as cute. And if she's really tall, he'll probably just see her as very elegant. Number 7, her status. This is meaning her status in her career, her status in society. He really doesn't look for status when it comes to women. Either way though, like, he's also not turned off by a woman that has high status. Again, he'll probably just be impressed. It'll be a little bonus, but it's not something that he is in particularly looking for. Number 8, her past. In general, that man does not care how good she did in school or how she spent her money in the past, or how broke or rich she once was. He can even look past mistakes, like if she dropped out of school or used drugs, drank too much, or had a bad family dynamic that she was raised in. The key here is that it's her past, and what he's looking at now is if any of those things are continuing into the present. So he's really just caring about that. That's what I mean by he doesn't care about her past. Now, the one and only exception to this, I think, is that he does care about her relationship history and past behavior within those relationships. So this is where men will oftentimes talk about, body count, how many partners she's had, how the relationships have ended, how short term they were, has she had any long term relationships. They're all things that even women really do care about when they're looking for a man. Number 9, her living situation. Men generally, they don't care if a woman is still living with her parents or has a couple of roommates in a small apartment. He just doesn't really care about this because he sees that living situation as very temporary. And it's something that would eventually change if they were to go on in a relationship together anyways. Number 10, this is one that you guys might debate me on. I don't know. Give me your opinion. But in my experience, a man doesn't really care how far away a woman lives away from him. So a lot of guys will be willing to do long distance or just the inconvenience of like an hour drive there and an hour drive back if it's for a girl that he really likes and if that girl really checks the boxes that he really cares about. And honestly, a man that really likes a woman, like he will put in the effort and he will be the one to make the drive oftentimes or do the travel to see her, especially if it's appreciated by her. This kind of goes along with the living situation because he sees it as temporary. It's something that is very changeable. The other things, the qualities within a woman, the values, the ethics of a woman, the loyalty, like really important stuff, those are things that are not changeable. If you guys really have paid attention to the entire list that we've gone through, a man is thinking very logically. Like all of these things that we've gone through are very changeable and they're not super deep about that person. So he's looking for things that are deeper and that can't be changed, which in my opinion is the way to go. That is it, guys. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next week.